So how old are you all? I used to be your age. I'm a little bit older than you now. I'm 31. That's not that old. But this is City Hall, so thank you all for coming. At your age, I have never been to City Hall. And I just started coming to City Hall in the last 10 years. So I want to give you all an important lesson while I'm up here, because I used to teach this to the young people in the summer job program. When someone is standing in front of you talking, it always pays for you to pay attention. So today I didn't bring my candy, but I used to bring candy, or when you get a little older, a little bit of money, and I would talk, and then there would be people talking in the back or not paying attention, and then I would stop and ask a question, and whoever can answer it, I would give money or candy. So remember that, because the next time I will be. So remember, anytime someone's in front of you, pay attention, because you never know when you'll get opportunity, all right? So let me tell you what I get to do. As a council member, we get to come up with policies that govern the city, all the little issues that you might hear about with roads or stray dogs, all that stuff comes to us. All of our wonderful staff, like Ms. Camila, help get those problems solved. So that's what we do. We also get to talk to cool kids like you. Like you. You got on the wrong jacket. I don't know about OKC. That Batman shirt is awesome. I love that. So, who in here has ever been interested in politics? Sure. You all know who the president is? Do you know who their senators are? No. You know who your representatives are? You know who your governor is in Kansas? Yes. What's his name? Governor Sam. What's the last name? Brownback. So one important thing always, and I know that you all are elementary school, but always pay attention to politics and local politics, because it impacts you every day. So our state legislature, the school board, they impact you. Your school right now, all the stuff you have, maybe some of the things you want, it always pays attention to watch that. So take 10 minutes, pay attention to the news, read the newspaper, because it's always going to give you a leg up on everyone else because you know what's going on. All right? So does anybody have any questions about what we do here? Because I have questions for you. What do you think? Need a minute to think about it? Will I talk to jail people? So in my work in the community, I talk to people who sometimes make mistakes and go to jail. And one of my goals on the city council is to make sure that we work with people who make mistakes so they can make less mistakes and stay out of jail. If you make too many mistakes, those are all opportunities to learn. Sometimes those mistakes come with consequences, so it depends on what it is. But your goal is to always try not to make those mistakes. And if you do, you learn from them. Okay? You remember? So a criminal that makes a mistake sometimes will get a fine or they might go to jail. But again, our goal is to not have the criminal behavior. Learn from our mistakes and do better, right? Here are a lot of criminal questions. Any other questions? You forgot. I'm supposed to forget. You're too young to forget. How many police officers have I seen here? Man. Well, you know, a lot of them work here. So I think when I come in every morning, I see about 5. Got one in the back right now. I'm sure there's a lot more upstairs that you'll see when you go up there. But this is the place to be if you want to see police officers. I am not a police officer. I thought about it, but you know, those are some strong guys, and I wasn't that strong when I thought about it. But it's a great job to have. It's a career you should think about, especially here in Wichita. All right? They also have a
You got your question ready?
Kids Police Academy
Okay, hold on.
to go through? They'll talk to you about that, but you should definitely think about doing that.
Say that
This
again?
is the council chambers. So this is where the city council meets, so the mayor's in the middle, and then we all sit up here on Tuesday mornings. This is my new seat. So I'll be sitting there every Tuesday morning at 9 a.m. this year. And this is where if you have issues, you can come address us, you stand here and talk to us. We pass different ordinances here. We look at helping develop our city, so our thriving downtown, we help to continue to build that. And that's a great question, because that leads me into my question for you all. So we also make decisions that affect around your school. So you all know there's a swimming pool over there, right? The McAfee pool, right across the street. What do you all think about swimming pools over there at McAfee? Raise your hand if you want to keep it there. Okay, put your hands down. Raise your hand if you want to move it somewhere else. Okay, so the people who want to move it somewhere else, tell me why. Nobody's swimming. Okay. You don't want to go all the way to McAfee to swim? Okay. We're talking about the swimming pool. We're talking about the swimming pool. Who else wanted it moved somewhere else? Why do you want it moved? Because it's old. It's old. Old? Oh, okay. All the way. You know what my grandparents used to say? They used to say they walked to school 5 miles uphill in the snow with the boots on. You have a bike. That's good. You're working out. You want to be healthy.